Okay, so Donnie, how you doing?
Great.
Can you tell us a little bit about who you are and where you come from?
I'm originally from Indiana. Um, I grew up in the country, bean fields, cornfields. I could smell a pig farm. And so I've been working since I was 16 years old. And you know what? I normally don't go all about myself like that, but I used to run track. I ran track majority of my life growing up. I was in choir up until my junior year in high school. I was in radio and TV. Um, I'm Phi Theta Kappa in college. It's not a sorority; it's an honor society for getting good grades, and also with Al Delta at A&M for English Honor Society. So I was also president of the government club at TCC. So I've been very involved for all of my life, and not even just politics, like involved in my community. I volunteered with the Kids Community Center back when I was in Indiana. I did pageants, believe it or not. I don't really talk about myself that much because I'm more so like focused on like the people. But I think people should really know that I've always been involved in my community in a way or sense. Um, I've always been conservative. I've never supported a Democrat or any of them because like I said, been working since I was 16 years old. And I saw who was spending more of my money was going to make me have higher taxes.
So you decided to run for mayor of Arlington. Why Arlington?
I live here. So in order to be like run for office, you run here. I noticed at Arlington there is the people versus the establishment. And they need someone who's going to stand up for the people and give us our power back and bring the Constitution back to Arlington, Texas. It can be done at the local level. I just need to show every other city that we can do it.
What issues are facing Arlington the most right now?
Actually, that's one of the big issues is establishment sucking the residents dry. It's all about the entertainment center. It's all about the good old boys club. And another thing is it's harder for businesses to come here and start here and stay here because of how the regulations are right now. And my whole goal is to deregulate so that we don't have those issues. And our local businesses are the backbone of Arlington. And I want them to succeed and grow and attract them to come here.
So Arlington is like the fun zone of DFW. You've got the Cowboys Stadium, you've got the Rangers, Six Flags. Does it intimidate you that there's so many national level entities in the city?
No.
Are you prepared to deal with people like Jerry Jones?
More prepared than I could possibly be, but I'll tell you this right now. I have God on my side, I have the people on my side, and we'll win regardless against those people. We're the Davids, they're the Goliaths, but there's way more Davids than there are Goliaths.
So, what was the decision process like to decide to run for mayor?
So I was initially looking to see who I could help out and support too, because I was like, okay, we have to focus on the local level. I looked at the candidates and none of them were going to do anything to help the people. What I saw, I didn't see another conservative running. Apparently there is a guy who's a conservative that's running, but I didn't get that from looking at his stuff when I was first looking. And so I didn't see anyone talk about what happened with the COVID, the lockdowns. I didn't hear anyone talk about getting rid of mask mandates, any of those things. So I needed to run. I said, okay, I'm going to put me on my ballot. I told my friends, everyone in my groups, family, I was going to run. And they're like, okay, we support you. You should do it. About time. And then I found out the mayor of Arlington only makes $250 a month. And I was like, I don't know about that. But like, I felt like God put me in that direction. I felt like I was going to defy him if I didn't. And when I was making that decision after I found out the $250, I was going to nudge my head, look up the book of Esther. Look up the book of Esther. I finally read it, and it said, basically the story is, long story short, she risked her life, and she saved her people. What a message to tell me that I needed to run for mayor.
So how come mayor specifically? You didn't try something smaller like a city councilman or something like that? You wanted to go right for the top. Was that the goal, to just head right for the top so you can make the most change?
Yeah, I want to make the most change, and I want to be the one that represents the people in the city. So whenever anything happens, the mayor is one talking, and the mayor says, oh, we should defund the police. I'm going to be the person in the face that's out there that says, we're not going to defund the police. We're not going to be falling for the media mob and telling us how to run our city. So you're going to actually have someone who's in your face, who's honest, who's transparent, and that's going to be me.
What kind of things do you think we could do to improve the police?
Number one, actually, I don't really hear many people saying this, but we focus more on crime instead of petty tickets and trying to raise money for the police. It shouldn't be there for that. I think that'd be a good way to help with the crime rate and lowering it and having a good relationship with the citizens in the police department. When you see a police officer, you're like, okay, he's here to protect. He or she is here to protect and serve. They're not here just to make money off of me. And you're already bleeding all the taxes and all sales tax and everything possible. And now like the police are being also used to raise money for the city. I think it's gonna have a way better relationship with the citizens, and our crime rate will go down.
So Arlington is a sanctuary city.
Yes, Arlington is a sanctuary
Are those
city.
the kind of policies that you plan to reverse?
Yes.
And on what priority list are those conservative policies that you would like to enact?
They're really high, especially sanctuary cities, especially with our border being open the way it is. We need to be able to make sure. I want to keep our citizens safe in Arlington, Texas. I want them to make sure that, and actually too, there actually something out there right now where they're trying to make it to where illegals can actually legally get housing, and a renter or landlord can't deny them to be there, even if they're illegal. So my thing is definitely we need to work on that because we're in Texas. This is the border. Like these illegals are coming in through here. And honestly, Greg Abbott's been blaming Biden administration a lot. He's also to blame because it's a governor. He could have did something before it got to this point.
Would you try to take the governor on head on?
No, I'm going to trust Chad Prather to do that.
Okay. So on your platform, you've said that transparency is important to you. Can you talk to a little bit about why you think transparency matters?
Well, one is, okay, let's do an example. I like listening to Ron DeSantis, right? He's honest. He's transparent about what's going on. People trust him better, and they're getting the actual truth. And I want to be that kind of, he's a governor, but I want that kind of relationship with the residents as a mayor of Arlington, Texas. Instead of when the media is telling everyone that you're all going to die, look at all these numbers, wear masks, I'm going to be the one telling them the truth. There's a study that came out for Stanford that just said that masks do not keep you from coronavirus. And it also said that it's actually causing health issues. You need someone who's going to be honest and transparent with the people, who's actually looking out for the people, and that's me.
So what other things would you like to tell people, and why should they vote for Doni Anthony for mayor?
Number one thing is I'm a conservative constitutionalist. People don't believe that the Constitution is relevant at the local level. It is very, very relevant at the local level. And that if I start off with getting rid of all these unconstitutional laws, and they can actually see how well a city can perform and how, I guess, what a utopia it could be, and then other cities will probably follow suit. You have other people who want to run and be like me, and it'll help not just your local area, but it'll start spreading fire throughout the country. And also, I can't be bullied. I mean, I can't be bullied. They'll try, but I'm not going to bend the knee. They're going to attack me. They're going to do whatever they possibly can. And you see how they treat Trump. You see how they treat Ron. You see how they treat anybody who doesn't follow the media agenda. You do not run the city. The people run this city. And the people their voice is going to come through me.
Is this the first time you've run for political office?
Yes.
Okay, so what lessons have you learned that you would tell another young person that decided that they wanted to run?
Build a base. My base was DFW. You want to run for your city, build your base. When you decide, hey, I think I want to run in 2 years, 4 years, build a base already. And you'll spend less money. You already have the people. You already have the support. Also, too, don't be afraid to ask for money because you need it to get the word out. It's not free. These elections are not free at all. And then also, don't be afraid to go after and tell the truth about your candidates because, they didn't punch me first, so they didn't go after me first. No. Like, these people need to be exposed for who they are. And I'm going to say, like, Jim Ross he's not a Republican. He's not conservative. He's a Democrat. And he's getting support because he has the police associations and fire associations. He keeps saying he got the support of the police. He has the support of the associations, not the actual people. You remember that when you guys are going and voting for someone and you think that they're a conservative, that's not a conservative. Who's not going to look out for you. Has he said the Constitution once? Marvin Sutton's a Democrat. He's maybe nice and he does the yard work and help pick up trash. But are you running for mayor? Or are you running to clean up someone's house?
So you haven't received any support from any kind of GOP or conservative leadership at all?
Now, particular people who are a part of it have been helpful, but as an organization overall, they haven't. And then I think one reason they said was because it's a nonpartisan race, but there's been other candidates who have been endorsed and been helped. I've heard that I'm liked by the GOP, and they love for me to win. But if I can actually get through, they would love to see what they can do with me. I think more so if I win or what to use me later on, and that's not what I'm going to be about. It's either you help me now or never, I guess, because I think it's a control thing because I have my own mind, my own ideas, my own thoughts, and I'm only going to be serving the people. I won't be serving anyone else.
So the election is really soon. Are you nervous about the election day itself?
I mean, as natural as a human being can be, but I'm actually more excited to see how everything turns out. I've met a lot of people. I've run into people who already knew who I was. People are spreading the word. They said, "Oh, I saw you on Blaze. I saw you on this," and I'm like, "Wow, the word's really gotten out." And I'm just really excited to see that. And I really want my goal. I want to win, obviously, but I really want to at least make this runoff, regardless if it's me, Jim Ross, Marvin Sutton, any of those people. I know I could win if it's a one-on-one.
Okay. Well, is there anything that you just really want to tell everyone, or have we covered it?
One more thing, you guys. When you vote for Doni Anthony for Mayor of Arlington, Texas, you're not just voting for Doni Anthony. You're voting for your freedoms. You're voting for your rights, your liberty, your happiness, your money, your pocketbook. You're voting for your rights and you're voting for yourself. This is not just about me. As you can see, this is probably the most I've talked about myself in a sense. And in any interview, I don't talk about myself much because all I really want to do is come out and represent you.
Thank you, Doni. I really appreciate it. It was really nice getting to meet you.
Thank you for having me on. It's been a blast.